Hello wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome back to another wonderful charity event here on the channel, this time with our good friends over at Guild Superior. I see them in chat. A massive thank you to Lord Gasumba coming in with that raid. Hope you're doing really well, Jay. Loved your Halloween costume. And a huge shout out to these wonderful people, the most wonderful people we've had on screen at any time, as we jump in to this opening session for our new event here, raising funds over there underneath that pygmy crook for Games for Love. We are raising money to help out with kids that are in extended hospitalized care and the aftercare that happens after that. Just the worst thing you could ever have to deal with at that point in your life, and just this amazing group of people work to bring them a little joy, a little happiness, and just to help it go as smoothly as possible. And look at that. Before we even start, already got $120 in there, but that lofty goal down the far end there of 4,000 is our main goal here. Now, of course, we do like to say thank you for your support and donations. So there is the chance to have a bit of a shenaniganery in the games that you're watching. If you jump on over to the donation page, then you can see all of the options that are there to influence this game today. Hey, thank you for the follow, and thanks for the subscriptions and follows while we were waiting to get going, everyone. Thank you so much. We are going to be starting off today. You can give our players advantage on their dice rolls. This is a D10 system, so if you want to do that, jump in on that. You can inflict disadvantage on them now, and I'm quite happy doing that because I don't roll any dice in this game, so I'm safe. That usually hits me. If somebody does put one on me by mistake, then that will roll over to a D&D game. If you are so inclined, you can drop an encounter on our intrepid familiars today, or you, if you want to go all out and not settle for a little advantage on a roll, you can grant an auto success. And then right up there, the loftiest one of the bunch there, you could actually be right here. Join us at the VTT and play in a one-shot with QuestJunkiesUK and some of our cool peeps here. So, have a go to those, see if any of those take your fancy. And, of course, every $5 donated gets a ticket into the giveaway. We have all sorts of amazing giveaways for you, not just over the event as usual, but every stream. Those wonderful people that are cycling by beneath me and Alicia right here have been very, very generous in supporting us in our efforts, and we have prizes to give away for the entire event, big grand prizes, and we have smaller prizes for every stream as well. So if you want the chance to win multiple times, you can donate in several different streams and have that chance, and all of those will go towards the grand prize draw as well. So as we got there, thank you, Streamlabs. You can influence play here and get the chance to win those presents and prizes from CZRPG, Hero Forge, Minis, Phoenix, Dice, Idle Champions, World Anvil, Sirenscape, Free League Publishing, Darling Creepshow, Adventure Slang Productions, and Dan Khan, aka Frictionless Dan. An incredible bunch of people just putting up an awesome amount of support for us, and just we're so thankful that they have chosen to help us in this mission of ours, this adventure of ours, as we head off into the event of this year's Games for Love TTRPG mega stream. But without further ado, we are here to play ourselves the first session, the opening session of this campaign of ours, and that is from the evil mastermind that brought you Honey Heist, the fantastic The Witch is Dead. So, let us meet these fine adventurers, these fine familiars. Do I go Dimension 20 to say hi, fine familiars? And we are going to switch up the music here a little bit. And we should go around and meet all of these wonderful people. Okay. Now, let's boost up that volume a smidge. Okay. Everyone, settle in. Let's have ourselves a little story. Once upon a time, there was a kind, wise, and beautiful witch called Morgana Tan. She lived in the forest with all of her fine familiars. Her life was peaceful, happy, delivering small animal companions to adventurers throughout the multiverse. The Wackyverse, that is. For it is Morgana Tan that is responsible for those Wheel of Shenanigans random animal companions. That is, unfortunately, until a dastardly witch hunter tracked her down, found the cottage, busted in through the door, and I can't bring myself to say it, murdered your witch, poor Morgana. Our fine familiars here snuck and hid and crept away for cover, because one of them knew that that wasn't the final chapter for Morgana. Potentially. As the dust settled, the witch hunter slunk off back towards their village outside the forest. The coward. It is up to you, fine familiars, to get him. Now, as you slink out from hiding there, please tell us who you are in the material plane, who you are playing today, and we will see you. And see what magic Morgana gifts to you as a final aid, her final good deed to send you off on your mission of revenge. First, we see an incy, wincy, bitsy spider.
Alright. So, you guys see, I mean, she's sort of hiding in, like, I guess, a shadow she can find because she doesn't want to be spotted right away. But if your eyes sort of adjust a little bit, you see a distinct outline of some fuzziness, maybe 8 big glossy eyes. One thing that throws you is that, yes, you notice this is definitely a spider. But it's tiny, and I guess if you're gonna like spiders, this one would be a cute one. But she seems to be tangled in her own web, which doesn't make sense. Because spiders aren't supposed to get tangled in their own webs. This is why nobody likes me.
Aww.
This is why I have no friends. Oh God, I can't seem to get out of it. Can somebody help me out of this web? And that's all she's doing in the shadows for now.
As Bitsy calls out to her friends that she doesn't think she has, but there are other fine familiars here, hidden around the wreckage of the cottage, tangled in their own webs. Bitsy the spider. Thank you. And Alicia, thank you so much. It's lovely to have you back with us. Next over, a waft of... Is that cheese? Tomato? A rat emerges. Grim, please.
Emerging from a downed kettle pot, sneaking, as he often does, through the cracks of the wood that Morgana so meticulously forgot to take care of. You see very matted brown fur, sort of wafting with dust as he comes out of the floorboard. Looks like a little hair of her favorite bandana has caught around his neck and turned it into a bit of a collar. And strangely, a shard of glass, dark, forms perfectly like sunglasses over the rat's beady little eyes.
Awesome.
And as he peeks up at Bitsy. Hey, friend, it looks like you're a little bit, quiet. Why don't I, get you out of a sticky situation?
I don't know what's going on. It happens sometimes, just not all the time. If you have a moment, could you sort of help me by pulling one side off? But make sure you don't get caught yourself, because I might have to eat you otherwise. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
False habit.
I'll be as cool as a cucumber. And we'll kind of weasel up there.
Thank you. And a huge shout out to our wonderful friends at Careful Cantrip raiding and as well. How you doing, Raiders? Thank you so much. We're just getting going here. Not just this session, but this whole campaign, this charity campaign for Games for Love. If you're able to jump in, influence, play, get in the giveaways. Like that wonderful person. Steve, thank you so much. Absolutely amazing. Coming in for supporting for Alicia there. Thank you. And also, shout outs, just as we pause for a second, Scarlett, hold. We are going to say a massive thank you to the incredible McClever, a huge supporter of the channel, as always, coming in with $160 to give all of you advantage. All of you advantage. Now, the thing is, 160, if my maths is right, which hopefully will be as a DM, that is one for me as well, but I don't roll dice. So, I am going to roll a d7 in the chat here and see who the lucky person is for a second one. And that is a 5. So, DM Charlie, enjoy yourself. 2 advantages. Everyone else has one there. And
I will carry McClover's donation over into our stream and make sure that he gets credit for that as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Absolutely awesome. Thank you for your support. Now, what would you like? I mean, $35. That's just enough for a $30 disadvantage. Is that? But when you say I'm happy to support Alicia, I don't think that's what that means.
Oh no!
I would assume that's not what that means. Alicia, I'm gonna assume that's a second advantage for you too. Okay. Hey, Vamp, how you doing, mate? Okay, welcome in everyone. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great session. Everyone over at Lokasamba and a Careful Cantrip as well. Lovely to have you all here. Get settled and let's do some shenanigans. But first, another part of the wrecked cottage. As the poor, crumpled form of Morgana Tan, the slain witch, lies cooling. A snoot, maybe a schnoot, protrudes. Schnoodle, please. And everyone, sorry, the emotes are behind the frames. In the overlay, they shouldn't be. The emotes are right at the top of the overlay, but for some reason, the frames just decided that they're. What are you gonna do?
They decided to assert dominance. It's
Apparently,
okay.
yes. So, no. Scarlett, please.
So, hi everyone. So, actually, you do see the snoot. However, the snoot is gripping its own very long tail. Said snoot is attached to a finely even, takes excellent care of their scales. Small, very, very small by crocodile fantasy standards. A small pygmy crocodile. They are currently as they are biting their own tail, hanging off the edge of a coat rack near the mantelpiece, pretending to be a handbag. As they ever the dust settles and they hear the moments of Bitsy struggling, it takes them a second because whilst they don't want to admit it, they do have a bit of a snaggle tooth that kind of catches a little bit. They always get food stuck in there. It's a bit awkward. So, instead of gracefully sliding like a crocodile would hope to, they just go. They splayed out big, sort of bulgy crocodile, more Nile crocodile sort of eyes at the top of their heads. And here it is. Hello? Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay? There was definitely a knife involved just then, right? I'm not imagining that. That was pointy. And they kind of like do the side by side waggle that a crocodile do, up to is it Pizua?
It's just pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza the rat.
It's the fantasy spelling of pizza.
To Pizza and Bitsy, and they kind of go, "Are you guys all right? Sorry, are you guys all right? Is there anything? I've got." And they offer to like nip at but they're also kind of worried that they'll just eat them, just a tiny bit.
Yeah, danger.
Well,
danger.
Are you looking for a piece of floss? I have plenty.
Sorry, I did get a little bit of scale in my my fern.
Yes, for anyone
Been
knowing,
meaning to go to the.
anyone not in the know here, this Pigby Crook hails from the Royal Bullywug Court in the
Yes, which is why
Domain
they
of Delight.
constantly-
Yeah.
which is why they're constantly switching accent as well. Probably not in consistency yet. No, that's not it.
Thank you. Speaking of scaly friends, slip. A wee lizard, a small lizard, you might say. Lexi, please.
You might hear the little plaps of his very bubbly, squishy fingers before you see him. He is so dark that he blends in with the cauldron he pops his head out of, and you can just see the shine of the eyes before you see an actual form. He's practically a shadow, and just licks his own eye, and just plip, 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 goes over the lip and crawls down and follows and just looks up. Help? Help.
I mean, help. Yes, we're aiming to help, I believe.
Chester, help. He just starts climbing.
As you start climbing, your call for aid is answered as a red-furred muzzle comes down and picks you gently out from your predicament. Mr. Todd.
You see a slender and sleek fox with russet fur that shimmers like the first light of dawn, nimble paws, long, graceful tail, a mask of sly sophistication, slender muzzle, delicate black nose, ethereal white whiskers adding to an enigmatic charm. Striking bright green eyes, almost like magical emeralds that hold a mischievous and mysterious sparkle. You see that the tall and pointed ears give a almost regal and tufted air, and they seem to be attuned to listening to all the secrets that murmur through the cottage and the forest. Well, here, little friend, let me help you out on my path. Oh, this is not good. Not good, is it at all? Is everyone here? Says Mr. Todd as he looks around.
Amazing, thank you. This ominous offer of help. As you look around, there is a flutter of wings and a couple of errant feathers drift down. A crow and an owl were hidden away. First, the crow.
You do hear the fluttering of wings, but not from where you would expect. It's not coming from a window or underneath of anything, but it is actually coming from inside the fireplace. Up in the chimney, you just hear like that echoing of before there's just a thud. And then like ash, and then they just gone. This is Rush, or L. You can call them their full name, Russell Crowe, if you are into title. There.
Buns wins. We're done.
The puns.
We had a good shot, everyone. Good night.
That was so cool. Thanks,
Those
Phoenix.
buns
See you next
puns.
week.
Bye, guys. Drink schnoodle. But they do like, okay, so 1, 5, 7, 3, 2. We're missing somebody.
Who? One may ask.
Unless they have an accent, then they go, whom?
Indeed. Last but not least, our tawny friend.
So perched just a little bit higher and sort of putting all their feathers back into place with their beak and trying to get unruffled is a rather small owl with extremely large yellow eyes and a sort of brown and tan mottled plumage and very, very long legs, just long legs that almost look like they have trousers on them. And they're just standing up there and they're just staring and watching all the various activity as, the chaos is finishing and everyone's picking up the pieces. And they had been hiding in a pile of yarn that the witch used for knitting. And they have a little bit tied around their leg. They have a bit of red yarn just tied around their leg.
Thank you. Now, let's grab this here. Okay, so as all of you emerge out into the wreckage of the cottage, you all look down. Poor Morgana, kind, sweet Morgana, lies motionless until a swirling of magical energies leaves her form. In a final act, she imparts a small amount of her magical power to each of you. And I would like everyone to roll a d10 to find what spell you can cast. So, Bitsy, let's see. What's yours?
Hope it's a good one. Got a good one.
Oh god.
What is it?
I guess I'm speaking human too.
Yay! Oh, wow, our mouthpiece is going to be the spider.
The most
in the
upsetting
dream.
choice.
The ability to speak human.
Our
Okay.
representative is a small
Our
spider.
representative, Bitsy.
What's more terrifying? Your house better come and say, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a spot tea for me?"
I don't want to bother you.
Don't dust him.
Do not step on me.
Did you get the rent I left in the couch? I feel like you're not giving my payment.
Now,
Paying rent, you can stay.
I will warn you. Using these magical abilities is a dangerous thing. This village, as seen by their witch hunter that they have sent out, is very, very superstitious and against such arcane, evil, dark powers. So beware. But that is available to you. How did Pizza fare here?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Oh, well.
Abza.
D10, please. Hey, check.
What's fascinating about pizza? Hey, don't worry, I got you covered there. We might need a little floss for the little crocodile down there. And you see, instead of the little tawny hand, the sort of strange, ethereal parting of fingers as an unseen hand is summoned
Okay.
from his shoulder.
The rat's got a
Unseen
hand.
hand.
Better
I
to
love
eat
that
pizza with.
so much.
Better do
All
finger
better.
guns.
All the better. to eat pizza with. Excellent. Thank
Hey.
you. Okay, Schnoodle, your good self.
So, the reason I freaked out a little earlier was because I thought you were just saying go roll. So I did. And all my prayers and hopes are very clearly answered because as I channel like the last encounters into the Feywild and I think of Mama,
Mm,
that strange, tallish humanoid and that brief stint in the circus, that was an interesting experience. Before I returned here, naturally, as duty called. Along that, perhaps Morgana was listening, as I have gotten plant growth.
Hey, nice.
Oh,
Check out the VODs over on YouTube if you want to see all of what Scarlett is talking about there in the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Okay, thank you. And shifting over to that far corner, little lizard named Chester.
Testing.
How'd you
Ooh, I got lock, unlock, open, close.
Hey.
I got all the doors.
go? That's gonna be useful.
Hey.
That's gonna be
This
useful.
would be
Just
so
open.
fun with your sticky fingers. Just a...
Just how'd you do that?
I'm picturing like the chameleon entangled going like blah
Yeah.
in here, but like unlocked.
Totally.
Absolutely gotta do it with your tongue.
Okay, Mr. Todd, please.
Yeah, Mr. Todd just starts chattering away. Oh, this is not good at all, is it? Is it? And gets everyone looking at him as he surreptitiously walks over and lays a handkerchief across Morgana Tan's face. Oh no,
Where did you
we
get
must.
the
We must.
handkerchief?
You are confused and distracted, are you not, Snoodles? Yes, you are. As that's the gift that she gave me, to distract and confuse.
Nice. Love it.
Noodles?
Love it.
Oh.
Distract and confuse. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Rochelle.
Oh, which one is that one? Yeah.
I'm a guess you got
Wow.
it.
Please tell me it's what I think it is.
Okay, so
I have my guess as well.
Is that number
Rochelle
6?
just goes over to the fireplace because, we should huddle down. We should huddle together and goes, want to see a magic trick? And it makes flames.
Yes.
The absolute best choice of player.
Abracadabra.
Hey, remember, quick shout.
I remember the word that she used to say all the time. Abracadabra.
Quick shout out to Aniki Tony in chat there, one of our pre-event donuts,
Aniki.
jumping in.
Ooh,
early.
events. Calm down. I mean,
Cheers, Tony.
thank you. Thanks.
Okay, and last but not least, actually, I didn't catch the name yet, Stephen. What's
Oh,
that
yeah.
owl called?
Hootle.
Hootle. Okay, what did Morgana impart to
I
Hootle?
think Schnoodle and Hootle were named in a similar group.
Right, just go around.
There was like an
Boodle.
entire phrase. Oodle, schnoodle, doodle somewhere else.
Nah.
Okay,
Noodle
wanna
got turned
talk
into
about
Soople.
no.
Like someone picking a theme for their
Fantastic.
Pokemon party.
So Hootle, what's Hootle's gift from Morgana?
So I think Hootle, who still hasn't really spoken or interacted, hops down and they're sort of hopping along the floor because they flew the one time because of all the chaos and crashing. They don't really like to, and so they just hop around the floor and they begin to tidy, clean, and mend things.
Hey.
Oh.
Tidy up, keep it all nice and clean.
That's sweet.
Okay,
Glad we all got different ones.
that works out rather nicely. That works out rather nicely. As Hootle, as you're tidying here, trying to deal with this mess, this chaos that this witch hunter has caused here, this final
Oh dear,
epic
oh
battle
dear.
that we just missed off camera, Hootle discovers
It was epic.
an interesting looking scroll. Pinning it with one claw and rolling along with their beak, they regard the scratchings in Morgana's hand, and they realize something. All of you see as Hootle's head turns 180 degrees to look back at all of you, and
Guys.
Scary.
Hootle, the scroll details the chance. If you can avenge this attack, if you can lay low this witch hunter, it will bring Morgana back.
Oh. Oh,
Oh,
dear.
what?
I feel like Russia's claw just slowly enters frame, like on fire. Like, what?
Oh, no, you're going to burn the rest of it down.
Slowly, like,
So,
Revenge?
no cremation? Okay. Okay.
This will be messy.
somebody gave me fire.
I think Morgana, when she gifted this ability to make fire, was aiming for Hootle, but then Russell just stepped into the.
Yeah.
I was just walking like, hey guys, guess what? You want to see a magic trick? And then I did it for the first time.
Yep. Cracks.
So I feel like that's the only way they can do this.
Okay, now everyone, those of you familiar,
Immediate point of danger.
those of you familiar with the channel will know that we do like to roll things randomly and jump in at the deep end with our one-shot roulette games, and we are bringing that spirit to this game to a certain extent here because we have some tables to roll on to get some details for this game here. So I would like, let me roll randomly for these cast members of mine. I would like Scarlett and Stephen to each roll me a d10.
That one's me.
And Alicia, as our esteemed guest here, would you also roll me a d10?
I'll pick my unicorn detail.
Hey.
Ooh.
Love.
Scarlett and
7
Stephen,
for
what have
me.
we got?
8.
And 7? 7 and an 8. Okay, so that is the type of village that we'll be dealing with here. Our village on the outskirts of this forest, as you have crept and snuck out to visit and see yourselves on occasion, is built around a wizard college.
Oh wow!
And
That's
the
why they're
Excuse me.
superstitious.
The village
They see the
itself-
kids messing up all the time, and they're like, "Fuck that shit."
Oh my god.
No,
Is that losing
you know,
magic?
county and unis. You know, the
steal
townies are all,
things.
oh, those uni kids.
Stupid.
I think
Kids steal
think-
things.
The Wizard College is gentrifying this area.
Bringing the rent
It
up.
used to be a nice neighborhood.
I think
Yeah,
Morgana.
but now all of them are summoned familiars and
I think Morgana tricked one too many students into pretending that she could up their grades by the use of witchcraft here. But yes, the village surrounding this wizard college is full of hardy mining folk.
Well, you
So-
gotta get the spell.
there you
components
go.
in.
Intellects versus the
Mhm.
jocks of the
You
construction.
get things done with hard work,
Yep.
not with magic.
So,
Clearly,
Okay, so there's mining folk in the village around. Right,
Yay.
thank you. And Alicia, how'd you go?
I rolled a 4.
A 4. Okay, that means
Oh.
our witch hunter, as you observed from your hiding places, appeared to you to be pious and aggressive.
Damn it, a paladin.
A priest.
Not a.
He's like this.
There's only one thing
He's got
worse than a
opinions.
killer: a priest.
A child.
My first
What in
thought
the
was
Lord
like, no,
Frollo?
not Vin Diesel.
Okay,
Is it okay
and
enough?
one last D10 I will roll in secret because there will be a twist at some point. And you can see the table, but I won't let you know which one it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Love a little secret.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, then keep
Now.
your secret.
I will. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Now, okay.
It's my job.
Speaking of one-shot roulette, upcoming in this fabulous event of ours, we have lots of different sessions, incredible ones coming up. Let me actually quickly grab the graphic of the full calendar. Boop. There it is. Look at that. Amazing things coming up during this event. Do join us and our friends over at Guild Superior for any of those sessions that you're able and get the chance. Oh no, the the frames. Why does it like to go away? Frames. Okay, the frames are asserting dominance again. So everyone, do check out all of these amazing sessions happening over this 12-day period in this event here. But I would like you to look at November 6th. There, we are going to be playing a one-shot, chaired by my good friend DM Charlie down there, from the recently released Gourmand's Guide to Gastromancy, the art of food wizardry, one of the elective courses available at this college. And you see there that I will actually be a player, as Charlie is DMing for us, and my character
Dang.
is, as of yet, uncreated. So, I have pledged, in this little event of ours, any of the campaign sessions, so Tomb of Annihilation, Candlekeep Mysteries, Phandelver and Below, the brand new campaign, premiere coming up at the end of the event, all of those, Chisentis Tyranny, all of our regular campaign sessions, if one session gets over $500 in the same session, all of the PCs will get a level up.
Oh.
Now,
Tomb of Annihilation, please, we're begging you, we need it.
now, that
Let's go.
That does not apply here because we do not have a level. But if we get over $500, including our pre-event donations here, so just another $205, less
Dang,
than we
close
already
game.
received.
Close game.
If we get $500, I will give my gastromancy character for next week's game the one-shot roulette treatment. Everything will be rolled randomly. The lineage, the stats, everything will be completely random, except for a few gastromancy morsels I will take from the book because I really want to use them. And so, that is your challenge, my friends. If you can get us to 500 in this opening session, one-shot roulette will rule my rare playing experience. I just say rule, not ruin.
Guys, karma needs to be beaten.
Okay, so, all of you, with
Balance must be maintained.
Hootle's knowledge that you have a chance to bring Morgana back, you have a chance to continue bringing little random animal companions to the Wackyverse. You set your jaws, muzzles, beaks, and set out from the ruined cottage in to the strangely cheery woods, the sunlight dappling down through the leaves, birds, unbeknownst to what tragedy has befallen this little glade in the forest, chirping away as you make your way between the trunks and undergrowth towards that village, that college, and their witch hunter. Now, as you make your way through the trees, unfortunately, there are certain beasts in this forest. That's fair play to them, they're just following the natural order of things. But you are all such tasty morsels. As you're making your way through the trees, there is the rustling and breaking of less than stealthy, with your magically enhanced senses. And then, off amongst the trees, that sound that you always fear hearing, even from within the confines of the cozy cottage. Ow! No, Schnoodle, focus. No, bad sound.
Oh,
Look what you've done.
Schnoodle immediately goes running up. Friends!
Big puppy.
Wait a second.
I'm just a scaly dog. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Um,
I'm using the dog stack block and everything.
Oh my god.
Chester, I just want to warn you, I do have in my head a very vivid image of that scene from Spirited Away. Sento Chihiro, the roasted lizard on a stick.
Oh no.
Don't get too close to Rush now.
So, dear friends,
No.
how do you work together? How do you manage to navigate the woods and get to the village in the first place?
Mr. Todd will pull up and look at the rest of the companions. Well, since these are part of my family, how about the rest of you sneak ahead and I'll go and try and lay a false trail, see if I can't lead them on a merry chase while you make it into the town to discover where that witch hunter lies, and we can do what we need to do. I'm willing to do this for all of you, you know. And then he'll, of course, smile enigmatically like there's some sort of implied debt for doing this for them.
Okay.
What if they
You're
eat
not
you?
scared? What? You're not scared? I mean, there's lots of monsters in this forest, you know.
Of course not, Bitsy. I'm not scared. They're just wolves. Wolves are dumb. We like dumb. Dumb's easy to play with, you know?
Oh.
Personal offense to her.
Is Hoodle able to determine the direction the howling is coming from with their omnidirectional ears?
the
Love it.
gyroscope for a head.
Okay.
just like-
Yeah, they're in two different places.
So let's start with that. Hootle, give me a clever, please. That means you roll a d10. The DC is basic on this one with your skills for hunting and everything. So you need to get a 7 or more on a d10 plus 3.
You have an advantage, Crystal.
Everyone has an advantage, yes.
An advantage, Crystal.
And remember, please, as usual, elect to use the crystal before making the roll.
Hey.
Fair's fair.
I'm gonna roll normally because we're just listening.
Oh.
Risque.
It was risky because that's a 6.
Oh no!
Oh.
Okay.
My
That was a
halo
bad
said
roll.
bye.
I
Okay.
only need a 4. And
So yeah, Hootle, I'm afraid you are unable to pinpoint the sounds of kind of falling timber and things behind you, distracting you in the cottage as the kind of wreckage settles a little. And I'm afraid that gives you a point in danger. Remember, everyone, if you ever roll a total under your danger score, that's very bad. Very, very bad. Yes, Schnoodle.
For Schnoodle, may I have just like a vague hands up of who would be riding Schnoodle's back as one would a crocodile in a stream?
I think the people between us on stream, probably.
Honestly, yeah. I was just wondering
maybe
because
Chester
depend-
too?
would Chester be like atop Schnoodle's back as their
Probably right between his eyes, just like.
I love that. Stacked reptiles.
Yes.
So if that's the case, Schnoodle kind of like nods to Mr. Todd, and goes, "All right." And I'm still trying to remember what accent I was planning.
You'll find
It's
it.
hard because I wanted to go
Oh my
fancy,
God.
but Charlie's fancy is really good, and I kind of don't want to like do
Take
that.
it,
Does
take
that make
it. I'm
sense?
just doing kind of a Hannibal Lecter sort of thing today, so go right
It's
ahead.
great though. But what Schnoodle is going to do is, if everyone's around, I would like to use my spell if I can,
Okay.
Oh. Yes.
because if we're on our way to this, and I have the ability to do plant growth, what I would love to do is to, as like we're going through just this sort of almost near like gilly mantle style plant growth kind of, because the way a kind of crocodile goes, I want to generate my own algae pond style hidden depths as we're going through the undergrowth, and match the undergrowth as I'm
Like a little
sneaking away
shambling
with
bush.
everyone on my back.
There you go.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I give them advantage for being on top? And just extra eyes.
Please.
Extra eyes.
Now, as we
Guys.
said, using your magic abilities is always dangerous.
Yes.
So, let me please get
Uh-oh.
a difficult slide check.
Oh.
Alright, I would like to use my advantage.
Please do.
And thank
Smart.
you to, I believe, who was
McLover,
it that
it's
gave
McLover.
the- Thank you, McLover.
Thanks, McLovin.
Bidding. Ooh, very nice. So, difficult?
Yes, indeed.
And then what am I adding?
It's
again? Sorry.
D10 plus 1 for sly.
D10 plus.
Oh no, your slide's
Sly.
0. Sorry.
My slide's 0.
So, what did you roll?
An 8.
Oh, so close. So close,
Good
so
roll.
close. Okay, so you create this very elaborate disguise and start off waddling through the undergrowth, and it immediately snags on a bush and just gets pulled off you. It's like, shoo.
Well, an attempt was made.
We're doing great,
Plant
gang.
growth was a try. I think what I tried to do, for those who don't know, Corey from Witchlight had like hair that would change to different types of flowers. It's kind of how she cast her druid craft. And so I think Schnoodle attempts the hair thing with the mantle, but they don't understand the concept of hair rooted into a scalp. So it's like they're wearing a really bad wig, and so it just kind of
Oh,
gets hooked on a bush, and they think it's good.
Noted.
They're like, yeah, no, we're good. We're all good.
Okay, so as you go off and you immediately lose your disguise, unfortunately, Mr. Todd
Sir.
loops off towards loops off
Hey.
towards the encroaching menace. Now, as you disappear and try to make some time for your friends here, Bitsy and Pizza, what are you doing here? With
I mean, okay, so she walks around and she's still, I mean, she always has bits of web just stuck to her everywhere. It's just always in there. It's just, she's never without, like, thick web stuck on her. And she's sort of like, oh, God. We're supposed to no one in general. She just says out loud, are we supposed to go find a witch hunter and lay him low so that we can bring back Morgana? Is that what we're doing here? All by ourselves? All by our lonesome?
Well, apparently we need his eyes.
Well,
I mean, we could lay him low, but we can't. We gotta keep his eyes on the prize.
Do humans need those?
Do we need
Eat
both of them?
eyes.
We need both eyes.
but
Or
what-
Chester and Rush are just.
How are we always on the same page? Every characters we make.
No, okay? Do not know.
They can't be that hard to take out.
You don't think so?
Again,
Do you know
just
anything about witch
Talons
hunters?
into frame.
Oh, wait a minute. They got a college for this sort of thing, right? Maybe we can be pupils to take out the
Oh
eyes.
God.
What are you talking about eyes for? I have 8 of them. I don't need any more.
Well, you need your eyes, but Odd here, with your friend, certainly doesn't need their eyes. So we gotta poke out. How many eyes do they have?
Oh,
Those humans?
2.
Two?
How many?
One.
2, I think.
A
Six?
2?
Two.
Just 2.
Two.
Only 2.
Okay.
We need eyes. All right. Should we all
We
ride
could
on
get extras.
Schnoodle's back
Mhm.
there?
I don't know if
Like a
Schnoodle's
bus?
that big.
What?
Schnoodle's dog size.
Like,
Roughly.
Oh, she's
Okay,
dog
okay.
size.
I pictured like a Labrador.
Mhm.
Because
Okay, so
even
we can
for
ride.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Schnoodle,
because
you're
I
impatient
All
now.
aboard.
Now I have a mental image of a
Because, like-
crocodile with Labrador-length legs.
They
no.
do get that long. You ever seen them videos of them running across golf courses?
gallop.
Yeah, no, they're fast.
Terrifying.
They speed.
Yeah.
All speed.
Also like so as like because we already did the talk when during Witchlight of like doing like the happy dog dance. So
Mhm.
that's what I picture like Schnoodle's like
Schnoodle stomp.
general
They stomp.
visage.
They do the Schnoodle stomp.
Do the Schnoodle stomp. And just kind of this happy if they're relative, I'm imagining them to be relatively dog-like, honestly.
Gotcha.
With,
Um, I feel
they
like we
can't
all
stick
have our
out their
spots.
tongue because crocodiles can't do that. Alligators can.
And that's how you tell the difference. You just go,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like a
No,
crocodile
you don't
can't
get
like
embarrassed to do it back.
but yes, no, I'm imagining that you're all on Schnoodle's back in like
Okay.
various like operating like I don't know, like the big creature does in these like these Anthro adventures.
Rush is definitely like on your tail. Like your tail's kind of like curved upward, and that's like the perfect little perch.
Yeah, it's like curved like this, and you manage to get like your
Oh,
claws just
God.
around it.
This reminds me of one of my family members, you know. A family member, she carries all 200 of her babies on her back.
Oh,
Scorpion.
Did they help us get the eyes?
Yeah.
Small army, get eyes.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Wait, have any of you ever brought down a witch hunter before? Any of you?
It
Long
wasn't a
time.
witch hunter.
I
I've
stole
decided this
from
is
a
my
witch and a hunter.
Oh, you brought
I
down a witch and a
remember.
hunter.
See, it's got to be easier if it's just one person, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, as this... I think
Barrel roll?
Mr. Todd kind of like shakes his head as he just hears this chattering
Oh,
conversation going up.
Loudly.
once again, I do hope we survive.
Mr. Todd is taking
It's just
all
the
the brain
chocobo
cells with him.
music.
Plot twist, he's trying to get away from us.
Finally.
It's like he will
Is
survive.
it
We
that
won't.
obvious? I was trying to be surreptitious.
You
No.
guys go on ahead.
Save me a spot. Mr. Todd, what are you doing?
Mr. Todd, of course, listening to the cacophony and the babbling hand going on behind him, will shake his head and realize we're sly woodland creatures, supposedly. And then we'll head in the direction of the howls,
Yep.
and we'll try and locate the wolves. And then once there, we'll engage them in a conversation, telling them that they need to have a heart and go after something else, like all the juicy geese and deer that are off in the other direction, and just try and confuse them or lead them on a merry chase until leaves them behind, because wolves.
You're like their cousin. They should listen to you.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
So you...
Go and see Dad's side of the family.
Yeah. I mean, the sense is Mr. Todd. Mr. Todd is probably not quite as smart as he believes he is. He's one of those guys.
But is he fantastic? Is he?
Dated a few of those.
Gang, gang.
Okay, so, Mr. Todd, you go through the undergrowth and the bushes there, and before long you do see a couple of silhouettes ghosting between trees ahead, and keeping pace with them, you loop around, and in a clearing, you get in front of them, and coming out of the tree line, you see these shaggy, fairly hungry-looking, snaggle-toothed wolves, a pair of them. What do you want, little red?
Well, hello to you, big one. Looking back and forth, we'll kind of identify the bigger one. So, Mr. Alpha, out on a hunt, are you? Care to let me follow along and maybe help point you out to something juicy, tasty, easy to take down? We share the spoils. Of course, after you're done eating, sir. And we'll do the dancing and the kind of like little submission signs, tail being really quick, but not ever really staying still as he tries to dazzle and kind of keep them kind of going back and forth, never giving them a target to lock onto.
Word is that woman in the cottage is no longer protecting the tasty delicatessen available within. Want to join us?
Oh, I've heard the same thing too, but you know they're all tainted with that filthy, filthy magic. Makes it taste like ashes and spoils. Nothing good. Carrion, not fresh, red, wet meat that wolves desire.
Roll me a challenging clever.
An 8 or better. All right.
So
My
6.
clever as a fox is a
2. So you need 6 or more on the dice.
You can do it.
I rolled a 6 exactly.
Hey, meets it, beats it.
Hey.
Okay. And one of them kind of like curls its lip. Oh, magic. We raided the dumpster around the back of that college in the village. It was horrible. Right.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Where's something better?
I know where there's some lick-wet geese in a pond not too far. Up that and away. And
That'll
he'll
do.
kind of point his nose like in the opposite direction of the village and the group.
That'll do. We'll remember this, Foxy. We'll remember this.
I hope you do. And then slinking away in the opposite direction. Opposite direction. I hope you do not remember that I just fooled you. And then we'll head after the rest of the group.
Okay. Success. First success of the game. Huzzah! Okay, and so it is as you no longer pursued. You do not exit stage left pursued by wolves. You are emerging from the woods, and a rustling off to the side spooks you all a little bit. Then a familiar white and russet snout as Mr. Todd rejoins you, and you find yourself looking across the cleared ground, the stumps aged from times past when the forest was cleared here, and beyond it, a sturdy, squat collection of buildings and cottages made from quarried stone. And you can see a couple of folks coming down the trail from the mine up on the mountainside nearby, pickaxes slung over their shoulder as the day is coming to a close, and making their way back home from the mining shift there. You see a group of miners coming back with some sacks and things of their ill-gotten gains. Now, like the hard-earned, well-earned, hard-worked-for gains. Indeed. So.
Wait a minute. So we see the miners walking down the street as we're like hiding in the bushes, little sort of. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you're on the edge of the forest still. Yeah.
Wait a minute. We might want to stop here. I realized something upon leaving the cottage.
Hmm?
I think I can speak their language. The monsters, the big ones with no hair. I think I can speak their language. But if so, what do we ask them?
Oh,
You know where the witch hunter is?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But won't they try to figure out why a spider is asking them where the witch hunter is?
Oh no, I didn't think of that part before.
What if we tell them we're one of them? Tell them you're one of them and you got turned, and then they'll tell you where the witch hunter is. Humans like pointing other humans into dangerous places for fun.
So I should lie through my
Thanks.
Yeah, I want you to tell me I'm lying right now. Use your web. Go full Charlotte's Web. Like, do a web that says full
People walking around
you
town.
Got a rat.
What?
You got
Why
a
is
rat,
everything
everything.
crunchy? Some pig. Radiant. I'm so confused. What's with these webs?
Some pig. Right, some pig.
All right. While I'm talking, if you guys have things you want me to ask, feel free to interject, and I will ask them. But
while you're talking, it's just the.
I have
Mean
green
college.
socks on. Sorry.
Mean
put
college
alongside
boys
him.
turned you.
Mean college boys turned you.
From that big tall building that looks
Pizza said college. college has student. Student
College
be
is-
mean.
Right.
What's a college?
My transmutation final went poorly.
Yes, that's what I'll say. I'll say one of those pupils turned me into a spider with 8 legs and 8 eyes, and always gets stuck in a stupid web and can't seem to get out of it. Oh, never mind. All right, pull up alongside them.
No, lean into the self-loathing. Lean into it.
You are rather bad at being a
Busy.
spider.
That's
This is the one time it's gonna work for you. Do I look like I want to be a spider right now?
Busy.
So how
You're
do we
pretty
explain
slick,
the
but
rest to the rest of us?
What if I say something wrong? What will happen if I say something wrong?
Pizza can grab you, and then I will set them on fire.
I'll bite their
Good
legs off.
plan.
It'll be fine.
Right? Over in the corner, ready for any action. Me and Schnoodle just.
Oh no,
Like-
I used to barrel roll. I used to death roll enemies all the time. It's fine.
Yes.
All right.
Plan. We got the plan.
Okay.
Yes, the plan sounds good.
Plan.
Well,
Honestly, I love that. Just like stupid college kids. It's never been the same since this town. Because you're probably not the first one,
Yeah.
right? Surely.
We should get such a boost to our clever for this. I'm just saying.
Can you
Really,
believe rent
really
prices these days?
Honestly, with Chester 0, we're gonna pretend someone else came up with that plan, because Chester's got 0 clever, so we're gonna pretend someone else came up with that.
No. It's just like the character that's not supposed to be that smart says the one good plan, and they're like, Chester.
Actually, really good.
It's actually a good one.
Everyone
And then
stares
you're
at
like,
Chester. Chester licks their eye.
it's like the slow turnaround, like after they say it, and then just.
there's a mind, there's
I
a
will say
genius
that
inside there.
As a crocodile, Shoodle has always been incredibly jealous of the fact that you can use your tongue like that.
Aw.
Of course, you come up with good ideas.
Game's over.
You can do anything.
I love this dichotomy. He's like, to Chester, he's like, you can do anything, Chester. Is like, and then to Bitsy, yes, Bitsy, lean into that self-loathing.
There are 2 very different pep talks going on right now.
You're very good.
All
at
right.
this,
Mr.
Rusty.
Todd
Consider
rolls
being
his
a
eyes
journalist.
and says, I think we should probably look for a nest or a lair of these tall, 2-legged ones. Find out where they are. See if you, Bitsy, can hear some of their conversation. Find out where that ineffable, disgusting witch hunter is residing, so that we might exact our revenge and bring our mistress back. What do you say?
Way ahead of you there, Mr. Todd, because we do see the mining village here, and beyond it.
No, I mean like a lair inside the mining village. Like
Yeah.
a tavern or something, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. And then you see rising up from behind the cottages around the outskirts, the delicately fluted towers of this seat of arcane higher learning that has come into town to take advantage of the low property rates and is generally taking over. So you make your way through the stumps and bracken and things that dot the open ground towards the edge of town. And are you going to catch up with these miners that are tromping into town here?
Let's try, because otherwise we don't know what a witch hunter looks like, right? I think I should. I think we should.
I
I
think
could drop you
the
on
look-
one of them.
The look of them's okay because you were at the cottage when the hunter came, but just where they are in the village is the problem.
Yeah, I could drop you on one of them. Like I would offer my wing and then like fly you over them. And it's not out of the ordinary for you to be walking through the forest and bring home a little friend like that type of thing. You have to go for a ride, but I will follow right behind. If anything, I'll be ominous.
You think you think you should drop me on one of them? I think that'll go well.
No, spiders can kind of like if you put a little bit of your web out, they can sort of ride air current. So I would just need to drop you a little bit, and then you could like paraglide down to them.
That's a perfect idea. I can figure out how this works.
Animal facts.
Okay.
It'd be funny if she was just on your back and then she was talking and then the bird looked like it was talking, so it's like an ominous.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Ooh! Yeah, these are all wonderful ideas.
Thinking about finishing up a long hard day.
Alright,
of
y'all
work,
pick
and a
an idea,
spider
though.
lands on you.
Listen,
We got
Mitzi.
this. That's our
Mitzi.
get out of jail card. If things start looking bad, just start talking, and I'll start moving like I'm the one talking, so they think the
Okay.
bird is what's cursing them. We got
Oh
this.
God.
Ventriloquism. We got this.
Listen,
I'm just worried
Mitzi.
that this will be the first time that I'm ever using this language, so I hope it comes out good.
Right?
Okay.
Sounds
Just,
good to me.
So-
You'll do
just
great,
don't say
Mitzi.
anything
After
about
all-
anyone's mom. You'll be fine. Just don't say anything about anyone's mother.
Okay, so
They
Schnoodle,
all
Schnoodle waddles over to Rochelle there and makes a little boarding ramp with the Schnoot, and then Bitsy climbs up onto Rochelle's back, and with a whoosh. Is this your first time flying?
Yeah, Bitsy, is this your first time flying?
Yes, it's my first time flying, but it's not my first time swaying in the wind. You understand?
Yeah. Like that scene from Finding Nemo. All right, you're gonna want to roll it, rip it, and punch it. We're gonna hit a barrel, and then I'm gonna die.
And then we smash cut in on Bitsy's face, and it's like Tom Cruise inside of that plane. It's just like.
You're like, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, has everyone got
Okay.
their jump, buddy?
there's a little termite that was stuck in my feathers. Just holds on to you. And
Oh,
just
now
like
Bitsy has a snack.
Abort.
abort mission.
No, just kidding.
I have, I used to live in a place that did have a lot of birds. Birds are kind of jerks, so I do dive at these humans. This is a normal occurrence for them. It has to be.
I think at the border of
I'm
like
going
these
to
woods.
leap off. I'm gonna leap like I'm gonna time it so she will
Yes.
leap onto one of their shoulders. John, okay, she'll leap onto one of their shoulders from the dive bomb that Russell's doing. My God.
Okay, so Bitsy, I need from you I need a challenging slide to see if you can
Ooh.
land without getting some
As a
problems.
group
10
grown.
plus my bonus, right?
You can use one of your advantages if you want to roll twice. Yep, and you can
Okay,
plus
so-
D10 plus 3.
Okay, so 2d10s or 1?
If you want to use your advantage, and you have 2 advantages, so you may as well jump in and use that rather than sail off across the
While
village.
this is
Okay,
happening, I think
6,
Schnoodle-
7 plus 3.
Nice.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
So yeah, total of 10. With
That's
that,
my
and one of the advantages gone, but you still have one left. So yeah, you're able to stealthily glide down your webs. Actually, clearing off your legs and things quite a bit there because it's the wind kind of pulls them away from you, pulls a little silk parachute, and you manage to glide down. And are you aiming for the top of the head, or shoulder? What are we going for?
Shoulder, because I know that they listen with their ear, because I remember from Morgana. So I remember their ear with her on the phone or whatever she was listening to. So yes, I remember that.
on the sending stone.
The sending stone.
Plus, it's a very warm
What do
place
you
to
mean
sleep
the
at night.
adventurers need another one? What did they find out this time?
Yep.
Something familiar, not familiar.
Morgana's like, the clever gifted more subs. They spun the wheel. They need more animals. Okay. Thank you, McClever.
Yeah, there's no I in familiar.
This is Bun, isn't it?
Corbin needs another what?
Okay, so you land stealthily on the shoulder of one of the miners here and listen in for a moment, and they're like, oh, I wonder what happened with Nathaniel. He said he'd gathered enough intelligence to go out into the forest and deal with that crone once and for all. To be honest, part of me hopes he didn't make it. She did me a solid with a love potion once. It was the best miner's prom ever.
Did you say a love potion? Ooh, sorry.
It was a self-love potion. He just...
Yeah, he took it so he had the confidence to ask for
Oh,
that.
okay, confidence potion. Purge in a bottle. That's what he was taking.
And he whips around.
Tasted like Fireball.
He whips around. He's like, he doesn't see anyone. He's like, I was
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to say nothing. Don't look now.
Getting the
But I'm
dialect
spider
down.
on your shoulder.
Derek,
Baby, don't look now and don't be scared, all right?
Derek,
I'm sitting on your shirt.
I think I overexerted myself at the mine today. I'm hearing things, and like Derek is just stood there like wide eyes. He just like points a shaking finger,
Don't be scared now.
and like the
Sorry?
other one looks down. And he's like, and he reaches up to like just
No.
like do the brush off thing, but then
tried to dive
sees that you're speaking because you got that close up view, and he's like,
Ju-
are you one of the students? Is this what? Is this more of that? Is this one of those like entry like ritual things? Were you hazed?
Yes, I'm one of them students, I by mistake in my final,
Both-
somebody hit me with one of them spells and turned me into whatever it is you're looking at in your shoulder now.
Both of them just like physically relax. It's like, oh, well, yeah, well, I'm terrified of spiders, but if you're a student transformed into a spider, for some reason that's fine. You think visually it's exactly the same. It's I don't understand.
It's exactly the same.
I love this.
Right, well, do you want us to take me back to college?
I know what college is. I've been to a college before, and
Yeah, you said you got all the way to your finals. Congratulations! I've heard it's quite the rigorous study program.
I agree with that. I agree that it's rigorous and it's a study program as well.
Those are words I know.
I have some questions for you.
Oh, please,
I'm
yeah. How
hoping
can we help? Yeah.
that you wouldn't mind answering for me. That would really help me figure out how to get out of this situation I'm in.
Oh, I can imagine.
If
Yes,
it
must
doesn't,
be terrible, eh?
okay. Do you know what a witch hunter is?
Oh,
I doubt you do.
We
but
were
just
just-
in case
we were
you do, oh God help me.
we were just talking about it. You mean Nathaniel?
Yes.
Who?
Nathaniel.
Yes.
I don't know him.
He's the witch hunter. He's been round here. He's right riled up. He's right riled up because he's all against that arcane nonsense. He's like if it hasn't come from the gods, then it doesn't matter anything. He's a bit of a bit of a religious type, and he's what we were just talking about because he found a way through the enchantments and discovered the hidden glade. And I was just saying it's a pity because I really enjoyed that self-confidence that I got from that potion that old Morgana made for me. I'm gonna say that again because that was fun, Morgana. And then so Patch is spinning in his bed, fast asleep. I hope. I lived in Yorkshire for 4 years, but I don't know if that counts. Trying to channel my cousins. I have cousins. Okay. We rather liked her. Every now and then we had tales of maybe you should go and hang out with them. She had some lovely little pets, knocking about the place. But this Nathaniel, he's been hunting her for years, like, and finally found the methods. Hired some adventurers or something, and got them to get a scroll that he get through the wards and barriers that were stopping him from getting to the cottage. And we set off.
Can you say that a bit louder because I can't hear you? Can you say that real loud for me?
Yeah.
In case there might be a crocodile in the bushes that might want to hear what you're saying, No.
Schnoodle is like this,
That
and
old
like I'm
saying.
imagining Chester is poked up above the it's just the eyes and Chester, and then like Pizza's like got just the snoot with the whiskers, kind of like.
There might be an owl or a crow that's trying to hear what you're saying. There might be a gecko that has hard of hearing that want to hear what you're saying. So could you just say that one more time, just a bit louder?
Oh, you're saying your whole class got changed? All poor students. Yeah. Look, we know that. You're just here trying to get yourselves an honest education, and So this Nathaniel, he's been looking for the chance for ages to try and find out where this Morgana is, and he got himself away into the forest, and apparently he was going off to take care of it. We've been working all day, so I'm not quite sure if he was successful or not. But well, it's easy if you want to find him. I mean, I
got some questions to ask him.
I mean, if I were you, I'd be avoiding him. He doesn't like you arcanist types, you know. He's more about the the power from the gods, you know, the one true way to the weave is via the divine gate and all that nonsense that he's always spouting around the tavern. But I mean, round about this time of day, I mean, if he's been successful and assuming that the Morgana didn't turn him into a spider or the like,
of course,
he'll be at the college gates. He's always proselytizing and raving and ranting about how.
You said he got prostate problems. What happened to him, baby?
It's.
I don't want to know how a spider learned about what a prostate is.
Thank you.
It's not.
Asking a real
I
question.
accept it as canon.
It's not something that Derek and I like to talk about. If it's all right, it's hauling minecarts, puts a little pressure on certain, core put sections of what he's going to be at college gates, telling all of your fellow students that they've lost the way and they need to discard their books and take up the good book and all that nonsense, so if you want to avoid him and get back to your friends and find out a way to get changed back, then you don't go to the college gates whatsoever.
That might help. And also, I just want to say thank you to you, and I hope good things only come to you and happen for you. Bye. I got to get out of here. I don't know how long this is going to last on me. Who knows? I might turn into something, I might bite you and kill you next. Let me get off you.
He lifts up a calloused, coal dust stained hand and lets you climb on, just very gently sets you down on the rough street. It's rutted and muddy, but it's dried, so there's this kind of difficult terrain for you, so you're clambering up and down these cart tracks that have dried out in the sun. And he's like, I think I'm gonna have a pint of the good stuff tonight. That was one of the singly most bizarre occurrences of my life. How about you, Derek? Aye. And they go.
I think throughout this scene, Schnoodle has been like,
What are they saying?
Yeah, I like how Bitsy had them speak up for you, but none of you can understand them.
it's just like,
It seems to be working. They didn't smoosh her.
Yes, because by the rules, you can talk to each other, and one's of a similar type to you, which is why Mr. Todd was okay with the wolves. So you can talk to regular animals that are similar to your type, and you can talk to each other because of your familial bond, shall we say?
Could Hoodle have been perched somewhere nearby and doing their best to understand? Because I do have the stat that would perhaps allow me to understand bits.
Please make a clever check.
And I love making rolls.
Clever girl.
Clever Hoodle.
Clever Hoodle. Let's find out if a clever Hoodle or not. That is a 10.
Nice.
Total 13.
Hey! Okay, so you looking at their gestures and their expressions and occasional words that you think you've read. You do get the general gist of what was said here. Okay, so
did it work?
To either the owl or Bitsy as they come forward.
Did you guys hear that or not? You didn't hear it. Oh, you didn't understand. And I made it talk loud for nothing. You probably look like an idiot. Right.
I heard Bitsy,
I'm
but
already an
I was
idiot.
also
It's
very
fine.
close.
Hoodle, you understood what they were saying too?
No.
Oh, we didn't. All right. Well then, basically, and Bitsy will recount word for word everything. I do think I was speaking the right language. I think I mean it seemed to come out right, but I'm just not sure. He did, however, say he was having problems and to go down to the front gates of the college to find the witch hunter.
It was very convincing, Bitsy.
And that he hates us already. He doesn't even know who we are. He just hates us already. So that just comes with it.
He's aggressive.
I don't know
Sounds
why.
like they could use. Sounds like they could use Rush's therapy. Okay.
Something.
Okay, so you are going to make your way through the streets.
Oh, one more thing, though. One more. I want to mention.
Yeah.
I want you all to put this to your memory, because I'll forget it. His name is Nathaniel.
His name is Nathaniel.
No,
I'm just trying to
Nathaniel.
picture like a crocodile mouth attempting to pronounce Nathaniel, and it's just like
Nathaniel. Nathaniel.
Like it's like Nathaniel.
and it just comes out as hisses and like the little guttural like kind of noises that they make.
Yep.
It's
Okay,
the fan part that gets you.
So-
Yes, every time.
Can't move that tongue. The tongue doesn't go anywhere.
No need to remember the name of a dead man.
Whoa.
Do you say that as
Chester.
Give
Chester?
those sunglasses to Chester.
Like
Lick.
crocodile eyes cannot see you.
Yep.
Just
That was ominous.
Cold eyes. Okay,
See, Chester gets it.
now, I believe, probably, of the lot of you, the one who knows their way to the college and knows their way to said dumpsters has got to be pizza.
Hey,
A lot of good food over there.
you brought back a Domino's box at one point.
You were God for
I
2
still would.
weeks. That bitch was
I
cheesy.
think
You were
That's
God.
pizza's bed.
I've been eating pizza's best.
And as pizza leads the way into the alleyways and through into the village proper here towards the college gates, let me just take a quick brief moment here to say thank you everyone for the support and for joining us today. And please do, if you're able, donate to this amazing charity. We're raising money for Games for Love, helping out hospitalized kids and those in extended medical care to make the experience as bearable and not a traumatic thing that they have to go through, and that's such an important time of their life. Any amount is absolutely, if you're unable to donate, that's absolutely fine. Just spread the word. We've got lots of things happening throughout this 12-day event. And every $5 that gets donated will get you into giveaways, not only for the event as a whole, with amazing prizes from some incredible donors and sponsors that we have here. We have like a year membership to World Anvil. We have free memberships for Sirenscape, the amazing music and things that you're hearing coming from them. We have gift vouchers for Phoenix Dice on some of our favorite click-clack math rocks in all the realms, and amazing stuff from Free League Publishing and Adventure Slang, Dan Karn, and CZRPG for all of your adventuring needs, and some beautiful hand-painted minis from Darling Creepshow, an incredible painter. Not forgetting the chance to get yourself some codes to unlock some awesome things for someone I know that Alicia is familiar with, the Idle Champions. The wonderful folks over at Idle Champions giving us codes to unlock, I think it's like $60 worth of characters from the get-go in that game, if you want to jump in on that. And the fantastic folks, last but not least by any measure, over at Hero Forge, coming in with beautiful coloured plastic minis, 3D printed minis to send to you. Standees, which look absolutely amazing. These like 2D plastic standees of your party. We have those to give away every session. And as a grand party giveaway, we have the party option. If you and your friends are in the middle of an adventure and you want to immortalize that, we have a brass mini for your good self and 3 standees for the rest of your party as a giveaway as part of the grand prize. So, if you want to jump on that, tickets will get you into the streams giveaway and the overall giveaway. So every $5 gets a ticket. Jump in on that.
So it's as little as $5, you
As
say?
little as $5. Cos, thanks
As
a lot.
little as 5.
$5 whole dollars. I've got $5
For
whole
less than
dollars.
the cost of your daily starbs.
Oh, wait, there's
Boycotting
more.
starbs.
Thank you, Cos.
But wait, there's.
Oh, Billy Mays, rest in peace.
Indeed. Okay, so difference. And also remember, if we do hit $500 in this session, I will give my character in the upcoming Gorman's Gastromancy game the one-shot roulette treatment and come up with something bizarre and random. So if you want to jump in on that.
And it's easier
Oh,
now
I
that you've got the code.
hope it happens.
If-
Hope it happens.
If any character deaths or TPKs in recent times caused you a little ire for this particular GM over here, then please exact your revenge. I dare
Oh
you.
no! I wouldn't. No, not holding any grief whatsoever, John, for killing Waymack. No, none whatsoever. You're fine.
Speak for yourself.
You are absolutely
Speak for
fine.
Yes,
yourself.
Charlie was the most recent.
Latest.
Welcome to the club.
It is called Tomb of Annihilation, Charlie.
I like the most recent, which very heavily implies that you will kill again.
Well, that's,
Right.
that
Killed
was
before
the
and
first
will
of
kill
that
again.
campaign.
I just want to say, it's the dice.
The dice.
Help me.
If we
The
can
dice,
get
they have
it-
control of me. I can't do anything about it.
Hostage to the dice.
If we can get up to $500 this session, right?
Yeah, that's right. This particular
Okay.
session here. 205 to go.
Okay.
Less than we've already raised.
Okay.
So we shall see.
Wow.
We shall see how that
Come on,
goes.
let's do it, everyone. Let's do it.
Is that Baron? The entries and donations will get you tickets for all of the giveaways. So for today's session giveaway and for the grand prize giveaway, the entry goes into both. So thank you so much.
But the one-shot roulette treatment is per
One shot
session,
roulette is this
500.
session, just this session. Yeah.
Okay.
He said, nervously looking at the time left and the donation bar. Okay, right now, pizza. Pizza Dorat.
Pizza Dorat.
Pizza Dorat, like Jabba the Hutt. Pizza the Hut. Well, that's from something, isn't
Get
it?
a piece of that rat.
Comes from a long line of
Is
the
that, from,
rats.
is that from Spaceballs or something? What was Pizza the Hut?
It was
Oh,
Spaceballs. Yep.
Spaceballs, yeah. Okay. There's only so many Star Wars puns you can make without stepping on someone's toes. Oh, speaking of which, I reminded myself, Alicia. I have a student over here in Japan who is an absolute Star Wars nut, and he absolutely loves your Ahsoka cosplay. It was just I was showing him the other day, and he was just like, "Oh, it's amazing!" It's just and having just come off the Disney Plus show as well. Yeah, amazing.
We love
Amazing.
Ahsoka stands here.
We do got links to an Instagram in chat there.
So good. So
Oh my
good.
god!
Hey!
Oh, that's awesome!
All the
Oh,
Valentine's
man.
variant.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, dang it did it again.
Oops.
It's all right. You
Don't look
summoned
at
the
them.
space. You summoned
It's
space.
just that
Uh-oh.
headpiece, man. That headpiece
It's
is like
the magical
no joke.
aura.
Ruh-roh.
Did you
I
make
know,
it
I
yourself? Did you make it at yourself? Like from
Your
scratch?
spider.
The headpiece was made with a friend of mine, but let me tell you something. It
Still.
is heavy because it's expanding
imagine.
from. It's not.
Can
And
imagine.
like,
Oh,
so
yep.
after a while,
Yep.
Yeah, no, that would
Yeah,
that
homie.
would-
or not,
Yup.
I was. But the cool thing is that Rosario said hers isn't comfortable either.
Ha! So it's the same.
There we go.
There
There
you
we
go.
go. Perfect.
That's how you know it's a real friendship.
Yeah.
You suffer together.
Comfortable.
You know the suffering.
The suffers together, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay, so pizza.
Anyways.
Pizza, you're leading the way here
Yes.
through. Any advice for urban traversal?
I'll say this, friends.
Alicia, I just saw your tweet, the costume, the spider costume, and it's full glory. Sorry, excuse me.
I'll say this. When it comes to architectural design, I know a little shortcut that's all Gouda in the neighborhood. So why don't we make like a banana and peel our way over to Mr. Nathan? I'm not gonna get that right, Nathaniel. Let's go
There you go.
find him. I got a shortcut. And I would like to lead the party to the nearest shortcut, perhaps an alleyway where there's low visibility, and sneak up on our dear friend near the admissions.
Okay, thank you.
I
So
just realized how wonderful it is to have a rat that's named after a pizza going to a college.
Right?
Indeed.
Going to college.
Indeed. So, Pizza, give me a challenging sly, if you... Actually, no, a basic sly for you. You've been here several times. Hey, Vancouver, good seeing you.
Dollars, pepperoni for movie night. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys missed it. You should have seen me winging it. Oh wow, that is a crit. That is a 10 plus
Hey.
2.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
That's
don't
two
get
tens
to
in a
say
row.
it's just like natural 10.
Nice.
Natural 10.
I do
If
not
you've
have.
got them, let them fly.
Folks, yeah, if you've got to let them fly, but we don't have a 10, unfortunately. We do have the 20s. That'll do. That'll do. Double the
Can you
fun.
have the 10?
They can do a 20 now
Ranger?
because we did 2 10s.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah.
So you,
Yes,
let them fly every second critical.
Yeah, every second 10.
No math and boy math. What about D&D math? If you do 2 in a row, you get to use 1 die.
Amazing. Okay. So yeah, with that roll, there, Pizza, you are able to deftly lead them through the shortcuts and all the secret ways that you've learnt on your many snack runs into the village here, to the college. And hey, Tathanos, thanks for the raid. And you find yourself getting towards the collegiate and the building there. You see the towers rising up, the tall arched windows, the stained glass murals of notary members of the alumni of this college. And you see the gateway. And as predicted by our mining friends, you do see across from the main gates, standing on a small upturned wooden crate, a certain Nathaniel, the witch hunter. And he is mid-tirade as he is gesturing wildly towards the college. And I say that the gods of the Pantheon will come and strike all of you down for your arcane trespasses into the forbidden arts. This very day, I myself have traveled out into the forest, into the wilds, and I have busted my way through the guiles, the enchantments, the protections of the so-called Witch Morgana, and I bring you, and he hoists a battered, blood-stained hat into the air, evidence that I have laid her low, and no longer shall she bring her influence to this village.
Chester's just running up Schnoodle's nose.
I grab them by the tail as they go to leap through
me
them.
on site.
It's just like it's a combination of like grabs Chester by just the tail with the tip of their teeth on the snaggletooth, like one
there it is,
like
it just comes
claw
off and
on
they just
the
got a new
edge
one.
of the tail, and one claw on the edge of the other tail. It's like not fireable yet. Get too exposed. It's like, trust me, I want to rip that leg off.
Scarlet, you're having the perfect experience of what it's like for me DMing Out of the Abyss every week. Trying to stop Buns and Lexi. I usually get more help from Stephen here. Stephen, please.
I'm going to go get that hat back.
Damn right.
Yes!
So, and Hoodle's gonna take to the skies and do a nice owl-like swoop with their long leggies out, and they just want to snatch the hat when it's waving in the air, and then they're gonna fly off.
If you
They're
bring
not
them
gonna,
into the
not gonna mess
dark
with them.
alley, we're mugging.
We're mugging a shoe. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think like without much of a
Lure
plan.
him to the parking lot. Lure him.
They've got clever 3, so maybe their plan is to like snatch it and then lure them back to this gang of bloodthirsty animals.
Amazing.
Come on, Chester, we're going to the roof so we can be air support.
Difference.
Yeah.
A quick shout out for someone who I believe is going to be making their way to the Wackyverse table once more. Baron Dragonborn, you absolute legend as always. Thank you so much.
Baron, thank
$100 coming to join us once more.
Thanks, Baron.
Thank you so much, my friend. $395, a mere $105 away
So close.
from
That is
suffering.
potentially the same amount of pages in the player's handbook. I don't think we ever settled that.
320.
There we go.
Excited.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Thank you,
yeah,
Baron. Absolutely amazing.
So yeah, with my clever score of 3, the formula, the plan that formulates is to grab this hat and lead him into a dark alley ambush amongst these magic-wielding, bloodthirsty critters.
Noted.
I have a really thorough use for my plant growth that Mum would be proud of.
Okay,
plan.
so let me just do this here.
And I roll that as a quick.
Absolutely.
Is my hope?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And I am going to use my advantage on this, so let
Okay.
me know when I should roll.
Please do.
My good. All right, let's do it.
You learned your mistake from less.
Well, and I would like not to mess up. I'm flying directly at the extremely angry human.
That's fair.
Touche.
Let's see how we do.
This is going to be a challenging roll. Yeah, I'll say that first.
Great. Well, even though I did use the crystal, my first roll was a 10, making for a total of 12.
Amazing. Okay, so Hootle swoops, the wings beat against the air, and swooping down into the small square in front of the college gates here, down towards the proselytizing Nathaniel, as he's ranting and raving with the witch's hat still held high. Hootle, you swoop down, and with that natural 10, grasp the hat out of his fist, and with the momentum that you had and the surprise of that critical roll there, you do manage to yank it out of his fist before he's able to grasp onto it stronger and swoop around. Now, are you going to swoop back towards your friends?
Yeah, so within his view, also back towards the friends, and I think lands at the entrance to the dark alley and hops the rest of the way as they do. So he very visibly sees going
Just
in
a
there.
moment, please. That is a great idea and a lovely story. If I hadn't rolled for this adventure's twist, the fact that the witch hunter was actually waiting for you.
No.
Dun dun.
No!
And we smash cut back to when the witch hunter left the cottage, looked once down at Morgana's body, and then looked up and around the wreckages of the things there. This is before Bitsy had their ability to understand humans. And he's like, "Come and get me, you unholy creatures of hell," and stalked off towards the village, leaving a clear trail for you to follow. Hootle is alarmed. As you swoop, you grab Morgana's hat and start to swoop around back towards the alleyway, towards your friends. And then suddenly, you experience Bitsy's everyday living nightmare as you are caught in webbing and netting, similar to Bitsy's webs, and a net is flung over you, and the rest of you see Nathaniel snatch Hootle out of the air. That prize was mine. And he turns back to the college gates. Behold, the poor creatures of God's green earth, ensorcelled by the hag. You could have the same problem, the same trials. You see a couple of miners walking by. He's like, "Well, they're already turning each other into animals. I don't think they worry about the witch."
Pizza, I am about to pick you up and dive bomb him so that you can use your hand to get Hootle before I set this man on fire. I need you to make the best roll of your life, or else this is about to be a real barbecue.
Okay, so
Chester.
Pizza.
Chester's still dangling.
Pizza crouches in the preemptive 3-point landing,
No,
and then summons the magic hand, and he's just like, "Familiars, assemble." and I'm gonna go around the 6 of you and hear what all of you do as you leap into action. So I'm gonna go in order through the overlay here. Okay.
Just so context, I think my mouth would have opened up in because of the thing, so Chester would have dropped. I feel like that's appropriate.
Oh no!
Did a backflip on the way down and just.
Just beeline
Or just hanging off Zoodle's jaw with one sticky pad.
Murder.
Love the idea of a satanic gecko or whatever they're called, just coming.
Okay. The satanic part of the gecko.
So let's go around the overlay here. Bitsy, our spider friend. What do you do? What's and you can talk out of time, out of character here amongst yourselves.
All right. Well, okay. Let's see here. So the witch hunter that we're supposed to take down and take his eyeballs,
Yes.
also has our friend Hootle.
Yes.
So we have to do 2 things. We have to get rid of the witch hunter and get his eyeballs, and we have to rescue The owl with the long legs and the dress that covers them, right?
Yes.
But what are we supposed to do? What should we do first? Do I look? Maybe I can be scary.
Wait for it.
Man,
Just
you
the
know.
ominous, just the one crowfoot.
My taste.
Hey, look, they
Picturing
need tools.
Todd
They're
being
just
like,
slowly pulling out the wand, like.
how?
Slowly puts it back in their wing, like.
Amazing.
Just like-
Amazing.
Wait for it.
Okay, so
We need a plan, like a real, like a plan like we had before, like a good one.
okay, so with a Bitsy spins a web with various threads leading this way and that. There is a cottage. There is a crude representation of Nathaniel. There's a net over here with Hootle inside.
Get a bottle of the
and they're like-
square. Yes, Bitsy.
It's like
yeah,
the thing out
Bitsy.
of Hunger Games.
Parts and Rec
Intricate
Bitsy.
lace buildings.
Did I do that?
Yes.
What?
This is you're urging for a plan. You brought this, Charlotte's Web. There was the Charlotte's Web reference before. Sorry. This is- in the alleyway here. Okay, Pizza. What is your addition to this plan here?
I was thinking about it. Maybe I could hold him up with my finger guns, but then I realized, how are we going to grab Mr. Hootle? Well, I think we have
fingers?
to rely on the brains of the operation, and we'll kind of lean over to Mr. Todd. My vixenous friend, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about how you might be able to weave us all into this tapestry?
Okay, so I made a mistake. So we already have Rochelle and Pizza are going to be swooping in, grabbing Hoodle with the magic hand, and then fire, and then fire. Then fire.
Fire, just fire.
Got it.
What is your magic trick?
It's like the freaking underpants gnomes in South Park. It's just like grab Hootle, ? Fire.
Yes. Stop it. Yes, profit.
No such.
I like it.
Mr. Todd,
I
please
like it.
fill in the gap, please.
Yeah,
I like
Mr.
it.
Todd. Mr. Todd looks down at Pizza and says, "Well, my rotund little ratty friend, take a look around. Do you see that group of stray cats over there, grooming through the trash, looking for a meal? Go over there and get their attention, and let's lead them over there to that Mr. Nathaniel, and then run around in circles until the cats are chasing you and scrambling all up over him, and he has more than he can handle. When it seems like they're getting close, I'll come in and I'll scare the cats away. How does that sound?"
Like getting the attention of feisty felines. You're a pretty cool cat. Why don't I go ahead and take care of that for you?
Sounds like a bunch of tomfoolery to me. Now,
Everything.
Haberdashery, tomfoolery.
so what am I doing? I have Sirenscape. Hang on.
Haberdashery.
Our sartorial
Sure.
adventures.
Okay, so that's okay. There we go. So yeah, Mr. Todd, sorry, will be scaring away the cats once they have been lured in by our friend Pizza there. Okay.
Correctly, with the goal being that they're gonna like cluster, and you know how cats do, run around so much,
Yep.
up and down. Nathaniel.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, Chester, what you doing?
Chester.
Mm.
He probably would have started booking it the second he got dropped.
No,
It is
just
very small,
beelining
so-
to this man right here.
So either Snoodle would have went whoop on his tail to make sure
He's
he doesn't
doing that
actually
great
run.
wiggly gecko run
So-
where they're like,
Yeah, it's like-
all legs going.
What I
Do,
pictured
Chester,
was
stick to the
Snoodle
plan.
Like
I know
was
Chester.
scooping was going what like I pictured Snoodle kind of scooping Chester because Chester got lock on lock open close, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can open. I wasn't sure if you were planning to open close
The
Lynette.
net. Mm.
That's a smarter idea.
It
If
is
relayed
idea.
to Chester, Chester will do that. But
I
right now
think
it's just
because I think that just generally, if this plan is shaping up the way it is, I picture like the cats thing happening, the cats thing being scared off, Schnool coming in with Chester, kind of going to like slap the net, and then just taking the witch hunter by the leg and death rolling him to the floor so he can't get up. Use plan growth to bind him up so he's extra flammable for the fireball.
Oh my god. I have lots of sticky stuff if you need it.
Put it over his mouth. Shut him up.
If you'd like to join, it's like Schnoodle can carry.
It's a good idea. We can wrap him up like a cocoon, and he can't move. And then we can take. Well, who's going to be the one to take his arm?
I ain't got the hands for that, but I could take his head.
You can't melt eyes. Must grab. No melt.
Let's take his
That's a
head
good
off.
point.
Not to be disgusting, but how sticky is Chester's tongue?
Fingers grip.
Alicia and Lexi were both nervously waiting. It's like, sticky? Is it? Okay, that one. Okay, good.
Why not both?
Why not both?
Some really weird big things have gotten in the eyeballs. Your tongue is just scooping right out,
Like a spoon.
Or the tail. The tail is flat and
all on
spoon-like.
your inner neck bone and just.
Okay.
Chester probably will
Death
just.
row regardless.
Think of it like a gumball, Chester.
You know,
Just
and
so we
if
have-
you think about it cinematically, that POV, you know, and just seeing that lizard head come right in, right up there.
Oh.
Like,
Wow.
The
yeah.
noise. The noise.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Full on Baldur's Gate 3 opening. Okay, now as we
Yeah.
okay, so we have Pizza bringing the cats over and distracting. We have Mr. Todd scurrying them away afterwards. We have Chester using the magic to open up the net. We have Rochelle and Pizza swooping in to grab Hootle and yep.
I will wrap him up in a web when we're done, and
Excellent.
he won't be able to move.
Excellent. Cocoon. Okay. Thank you. And
And Schnoodle will death roll him so he can't get back up.
nice.
Assisting in the wrapping, I see.
I think
Yes, no. Like
Yes.
it's like this, and then
Yeah,
like it's
take some
just
of this.
it's like when you get stuck. It's like a cat like getting stuck in yarn.
Yes.
Like it just keeps getting more
And I think
stuck.
Hootle will use their ability to tidy and clean up here, and just so it's all nicely wrapped up, neat and tidy. There we go. This combination of magics here. Hootle, is there anything else you're going to do from within the net? Your man on the inside.
You're muted.
I was muted. I got it. I think at a certain point, Hootle stops struggling and is just wide-eyed trying to watch, and they're going to sort of wait for their opportunity to either coordinate or maybe get like a good bite in on the hand.
That's
So,
okay.
Yeah, and see if there's some way they can help out with that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Right now, everyone, think about what you're doing in this
Okay.
final move, and think which of your abilities, which of your stats this is going to be a roll on. Okay.
Okay.
try and be honest. Don't go for the heist. if anyone's got an advantage left, this is the time to use it. And we're going to roll.
If only we
And-
had more.
Luckily, there are, if only. If you get an advantage now and you already have one, you can roll 3 dice.
Whoa.
Oh.
If
By the way-
only.
By the way, my friends, there are 7 of you. So if we get more successes than failures, then this will be successful. And you, this is a challenging thing to do.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, so challenging.
Anyone using their magical ability to do what they plan to do will get a +1. I'll say that. Okay. So on top of the dice, so it's the dice plus the ability +1 if you're using your magic as well. Okay. And yeah, everyone has got a challenging roll here, so it has to be an 8 or more. And if we get more successes than failures, this will be successful. Otherwise, Nathaniel will succeed. Morgana will not be returned, and I shall be removing the random animal companion from the Wheel of Shenanigans
No.
from the Wackyverse
Oh,
forever.
You did not say. I don't need that kind of pressure. I've seen how you've broken Josh. Come on.
Now, also,
So
last chances to influence play here, friends. So if you want to donate to this amazing Games for Love cause that we have here, helping out hospitalized kids, and helping this final move, as I'm getting booed by chat,
all the reason, guys.
you have the chance here to jump in. Yes, you can give them advantage. You can give them extra dice on this pivotal roll here, and get yourselves in the giveaway. in this session right now, today, in the next 10 minutes or so, we are going to be giving away one of those fantastic Hero Forge standees, your own miniature, printed out on this 2D standee beautifully. They're absolutely gorgeous. Check out the homepage. Really beautiful things there. And not only that, we have a free 2-month subscription for Sirenscape. If you enjoy music and effects like we've been using in the session today, you can try out a full Super Siren subscription for the wonderful Sirenscape with for free for 2 months if you are one of today's winners. And that's in this session. All of those tickets will also go into the grand prize draw at the end of the event, which Dave and myself will be drawing on the final day. So, everyone, this is it.
Oh, no.
This is your final chance. Okay, so please tell me, what is the type? Which of the ones will you be using? Will you be using clever, fierce, sly, or quick? Will you be using your magic? And then roll and see if you can beat an 8. A challenging difficulty. Okay, so. Oh, thank you, Baron.
Sorry. So the magic adds
+1
to
+1.
our roll?
Yes.
Or the difficulty?
To your roll. To your result. Yes. Yes.
Gotcha.
Morgana's like, I want them to save me, but I want them to work for it.
Okay. Yep, lovely.
No.
Got it.
I can go first if no one else is offering.
Okay.
I think the
Let's go from.
quickness.
We'll go from
I think with
Chester,
the
and we'll
quickness.
go anti-clockwise back around to me here. Okay. So we have successes. We have failures. First up. So Chester's using their quickness. Remind ourselves.
Yeah.
Please describe theatrically what it is Chester's doing here.
Chester is using this newfangled magic that they have figured out, and they're trying to, as quickly as possible, free their friend to help to make sure that they 100% have all the animal power, manpower, animal power. Make sure they have everyone ready.
Horsepower.
The power. Make sure they have everyone ready to do this. So he's trying to go as quick as possible. So we're gonna go roll with the quickness, +1 with the magic.
the
So that's a
quickness.
+4 to
Okay.
this roll.
So you need.
+4 altogether.
You just need a 4 or more. Do you have an
4 or
advantage
more,
left?
and I'm using my advantage crystal. Yes,
Okay.
I'm using my advantage
Very
crystal.
nice. Very nice.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
Okay, first one's a 6. That's still a success.
Good.
But let's see if we can get a 10.
Absolutely.
Yo! Alright, we got a 10. That is 14. That is an extra success.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm counting those. Counting those critical.
I always roll
successes.
my advantages, even if I succeed the first time. I'm like, I need to see if it's
Of
a full
course, yeah,
success.
go
You
for it,
know,
Christian,
like,
go
I
for
want
it.
to just want to see, you know?
Do it.
Okay, thank you. So, Chester's darting in and going for Nathaniel, the witch hunter. The Mandy coming in with the raiding party. Mandy, thank you. Awesome stuff. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you had a great session. We're in the grand finale here. If anyone can donate to this amazing cause, Games for Love, helping out hospitalized children, get yourself in the giveaways. We have giveaways right now today. We have giveaways for the whole event. Massive, awesome prizes from everyone. Thank you for those drops in the chat there. Last chance here. We're going to be doing the big finale roll here. Okay, so the fantastic Mr. Todd, DM Charlie. What is this is a roll for the distraction with the cats.
Correct. We'll be using Fierce, that's Scare,
Yes.
Drag, Push, Carry. Yeah, running in there, using the magic. So that is a total of +3. And using the advantage crystal, I didn't look.
Yep.
So that is 3. Rerolling, so 5, 6. How about a nat 10?
Nice.
Hey!
Woo.
Okay. Awesome,
I'm not
awesome.
surprised. I knew I'd
2
roll a
out of
nat
7.
10. Thank you
We can
very
do
much.
Knew that.
Amazing. Thank you again, Mandy. Okay, now, Rachel Crow.
We're entertained. We're
We are
very
entertained.
entertained.
Please.
So I am going to be using my advantage crystal, so that means I get to roll 2 of these babies, see which one is better. And this is plus our what?
And which of your stats do you think is for this? I would say probably quick for this flying maneuver that you're doing.
Yeah, but then my fire.
Oh, you're using the fire as well. That gives you the +1. So, but I'd say
Right,
that's
that's the +1 towards everything.
it's also probably fierce.
Well, fierce, yes. Sorry, so then +2 because that's the one. I have
Yep.
1 fierce,
Yes,
and then
indeed.
the +1 for my fire.
Yes, indeed.
Okay,
6
so
more.
it's hell yeah! I rolled a. I think you can see that.
Just more
Is
towards you.
six.
More towards you.
6.
6,
Like an
yay!
The six.
Nice. A success. Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it didn't make me the demon, so everything worked out.
Hooray!
Yay!
Mazel tov.
Hootle, your good self. Fierce, I would say, right?
Yeah, I was thinking if it was like clever for waiting for the moment, but I think it's just, can that bite be just like hard enough to distract him? So I think it's fierce.
Yay, good.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right. So let's see. Pull up my roller. I don't have my dice with me overseas here. That is going to be a 4.
Oh.
Plus 1 for 5.
Okay.
No.
Nuts.
To be fair, you are in a net at the time of this, so
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
If we're all doing it at
But
the same time, it could have
the
been
thing
before
is-
I freed you.
I mean,
I don't know what gloves are.
You didn't-
Y'all. I've never encountered gloves before.
What are gloves?
So
hey,
I
you
think I
didn't.
bite him and he just doesn't care.
You didn't roll a 1. That's your danger. So that would have been bad. Speaking of,
yeah.
Schnoodle, also on danger 1.
I mean, I'm on
Am
danger
I?
2, right? since
Yes,
I
you
failed.
are. Be careful.
Okay, I did not know I had obtained danger.
Mhm.
All right. So, I am death rolling. I would also like to use the magic bestowed about me by Morgana and channeling my mama as Schnoodle, as we mentioned earlier, like just speeds in a terrifying, wiggly fashion as a crocodile can with its little chunky belly.
Oh, yeah.
And just goes, instincts kick in. I'm trying to remember what Schnoodle bit into. There was a lot of creatures in the Feywild. I'm like pictures just like a Harangon leg. Specifically, like they've got like rabbit skin boots or whatever. And they just bite down, and as they're biting down, just these poisonous-esque vines start to wrap as Schnoodle just kind of sonics and begins to spin as fiercely as they can with my no advantage, but I will I'm rolling fierce because it's a bite with the 4, so that's a +4. So I'm out of danger at least because I'm channeling the regular stuff. And that's an 11 altogether. So that's fine.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right.
Good
Noted.
death roll.
I love it.
Fantastic.
And it's just this colorful, fey, sort of like sparking, arcanic, just floral bouquet of poison ivy nonsense. Out of like
Also
straight
getting
out of a
death rolled.
DC Batman. Yeah, just death rolled.
Amazing. Amazing. Pizza.
We cut back to the beginning before this scene completely dissolves into chaos. As a arched eyebrow cleverly catches the attention of several cats and, summoning that ethereal hand, does the one thing strange cats hate with strangers. Boops it on the nose.
No.
And we'll look over at the cats. What's new, pussycat? And as soon as all the cats come rushing in, goes, whoa! Right over to Nathaniel.
God damn it.
I would like to think that would be a sly use.
Yes.
I was wondering how you were gonna do the woes. I really was sitting here like, how are you gonna do it?
I say,
How you gonna do it?
sly or quick. I mean, you're trying to stay ahead of these cats before they tear you to pieces.
They're the same number, so I
Fine,
will
you're
use
being
my.
fancy about it.
If we're being fancy about it, I will use my advantage
Go for it.
for this roll. Good, because that sucks. Oh! I'm sorry. It's a 5.
Oh,
No.
okay.
But that's more successes.
Join
That's
that
more
party.
successes.
Yeah,
Now.
we're at 4 successes.
We shall see. We shall see. Okay, now, Bitsy.
All right.
Missy goes 8 times, 1 for each arm.
Yes.
8 d20. D10.
8 each one.
Okay, so Bitsy, what's you doing, and what's we rolling?
She's okay. So Bitsy has this like wild idea, and she runs to like his shoulder, and she goes really close to his ear, and says, you done come down the wrong road, baby. And she's gonna run through his clothes all the way to the bottom. And she's gonna, I know you can do this. I know you can do this. And she starts sneakily spinning a web like around his ankles as fast as she can, spinning as fast as she can, going really fast, but sneakily until he can kind of lose his footing.
Full Gulliver's Travels.
Amazing,
I love this.
amazing. Okay, so you're using your clever there because you're speaking to him and communicating with him, and the magic as well. So that is your roll plus a 3.
Okay, plus 3. You can do it. I'm scared now. I'm so scared. I'll use my advantage because I'm afraid I might.
You got one left. Yep.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a 6. But let's see. Whoops. Yeah, good thing I used. Good thing I used a 6. It would have been a 4. So yeah, 6 is good.
A 6 with the plus 3 just gets
9.
you over to a 9, and it was a difficulty 8. So that is also a success. Oh, who's coming in? Lee with $20. Thank you, Lee.
Yes,
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Okay.
How close are we now?
Right. That puts
$85 left.
85 left, and then I'm gonna be forced to make a roulette character. Okay, so, right. So let me bring all of this together, all of these wonderful things that you've described for us here. Okay, as you leap into action, Pizza goes hurtling over, taunts the cats, brings them screeching and yowling across the square towards Nathaniel, who is distracted. He looks like, what manner of creature is this? And he's like, it's one of those unholy pizza rats. The power of my various gods compels you. And you go leading over there. Just as the cats are about to pounce, hungrily going after this pizza-fed rat, this plump, delightful pizza-fed rat here, the fabulous Mr. Todd goes leaping forward, snarling and barking at them with that terrible sounds like, I don't know if any of you have lived in the countryside. I lived in a national park, and the sound that foxes make at night is just sounds so much like a human scream. It's terrifying. It's like, ah! It's just shouting at them. And the cat's just all like big, poof up big fur balls, and they're just like, ah, like running away, and just trying to get away from this vicious creature that leaping towards them, and manages to get them out of harm's way, because you don't want to harm other animals in this, right? And you get them out of the way. As you do so, Chester goes charging forwards and using their abilities starts to attack viciously Nathaniel, whilst at the same time triggering their magic to unloosen the net around Hootle. And as that happens, we see Itzy go swinging in. Are they wearing a little red and blue costume? Is it swinging in down onto Nathaniel's shoulder, threaten him, and then down and down into the then round the ankles goes, webbing around, spinning. At the same time, a pygmy crocodile comes seething across the cobblestones, and they just erupt. It's almost like a displacer beast with all these vines and things bursting from the back of them as they death roll round Nathaniel. And as he falls and goes crumbling to the ground, the fabulous Rachel Crow goes swooping in over the opened net, grabs hold of Hootle. Hootle bites down on the hand as Nathaniel was reaching to grab Hootle and bring them back in, but a vicious peck manages to drive him off, and Rachel swoops away, and he's struggling there. And we just zoom in, smash cut onto Rachel's crow, beady black eye as it narrows. And the free claw that's not holding onto Hootle reaches out. Flame on! And the magic. Hang on, Sirenscape.
Yeah.
Jump in here.
Those webs burn good.
The fire burns. And as Nathaniel is
Burn, baby, burn.
he's like, I told you, hellfire from these arcane beasts. Repent. And then he's like, and then he stops and freezes as there's just a slip. And Chester is just there on his cheek. And we get the Nathaniel eye view of a tongue just and the last thing he sees is not the last thing before he dies. It's the last thing before he gets lizarded. And you leap to safety, Chester, as the flames die down. And with this prize, with this symbol of revenge, all of you scuttle and swoop and drive your way through the outskirts of the village, back over the cleared ground, into the trees. You see a couple of very satisfied-looking, plump-bellied wolves with brushing goose feathers away from their mouths, swooping by like tip of the hat to Mr. Todd, and you get back to the cottage, back through the door, clambering up and over the tumbled furniture, the wreckage here, and I think Mr. Todd does like the faithful hound things, just like blah. Or it's like loads there, and then like little Chester's on his head and just blah. and the eyeball dunk dunk rolls over, rolling up against Morgana's form, and then it starts to dissipate into an ethereal, almost mist, and it swirls around the crumpled form of your mistress, and she rises up, almost like a vampire from a coffin, just like still stiff, but just rises up, and it still continues swirling around her, animating her, bringing her back, and then a such fine familiars.
Mom!
And everyone gets scritches, everyone gets treats, and the Wackyverse
I'm doing the happy dog
gets
dance.
their random animal companions for the foreseeable future. As that is a successful
I like to imagine.
What was that, Bitsy?
Yeah, Bitsy, go with it.
I like to imagine that just by way of circumstance, Bitsy has somehow managed to get herself stuck to Chester's back. So when they're like running down the house,
Oh, no.
Bitsy's like on her back like this, stuck to Chester. Like,
No, busy.
oh wait.
Amazing.
I love it.
Wanderer's Haven coming in with a raid. Welcome in, Wanderer's Haven, previous friends of ours in our charity endeavors back in for No Kid Hungry. Thank you so much. Good to see you guys. I hope you had a fantastic session yourselves. We are about to wrap things up here, but we have a giveaway in this session, just this one session. So if you are able to donate, please, to our cause. Games for Love, helping out hospitalized children. Please, if you're able to donate anything, jump in, get in the giveaway. Not only this one, but the grand giveaway as well, with some amazing prizes. Hope you are able to join us for that. It reminds me, I've got Lee's donation to jump in here as well. Okay, so thank you all so much for the support we've given today. Look at that, $415 just in session one. Amazing. That 4,000 is looking a little bit closer. Now, remember, folks, we have our session goals over here on QuestJunkiesUK. If we reach 500 within a session, a mere $85 away, I will create my character for the upcoming one-shot next week with DM Charlie, with the one-shot roulette style, completely randomly generated shenanigans, causing me all sorts of problems. But it's going to be worth it for the kids. And as we said, that's going to be happening in all of our sessions as well. So we have giveaways per session. We have the grand prize giveaways as well. So I am going to say congratulations and thank you to these wonderful players for giving us such a great start here. And let us see just who they are in the material plane and where you can find more of their shenanigans as we go around the overlay here. Chester, our lizard friend, where can people find you on the material plane?
Hello, I'm Smallbird Lex. You can find me at Smallbird Lex and Smallbird Art. I do art. I do TTRPG stuff. I vibe and hang out. You will enjoy my content. This is a threat. Come hang out.
I love that.
I do level 20 campaigns on Saturday. You want to see me? I grappled a dragon. Like, that is still really cool. Like, I held down what is I have godly abilities in level 20 campaign. Like, please, it's so fun to see the ridiculousness. Please go and see it.
Jump in. Everyone, as our friends are shouting themselves out here, do jump on the links in chat there and give them all a follow and just support them as much as they've wonderfully supported us today. Thank you so much. Mr. Fox, Mr. Todd, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm DM Charlie, and for only $19.99 a month, you can be too. No,
Yeah, pro DM, content creator, streamer. You can find me here on Twitch at DM Charlie Gaming, Twitch TV, Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, as we do our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, co-sponsored by myself and the amazing Frictionless Dan Kahn and his Witchlight campaign content. Also, I am a contributor in many products, including the Gastromancer's Guide, or the Gourmand's Guide to Gastromancy. I helped write it. I should know the title, which is a 5e expansion, all about the magic of food, spells, adventures, subclasses, new bloodlines, magic items. It is delectable. Check us out on DM's Guild.
Absolutely.
Also,
and check us out next week, because that will be one of the one-shots in the charity event next week.
I was coming right up to that.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Monday, November 6th, come back here on QuestJunkiesUK TV and watch me DM The Great Sugar Strike, a Gourmand's Guide to Gastromancy adventure featuring some of our contributors and, of course, our very own Phoenix here. And hopefully we get the donations up so I can just completely have a great time running that game. And last but not least, professional DM and face of DM Charlie Gaming. We are a community of passionate, diverse, inclusive, and lovely role players, all built around a cadre of professional DMs, where we are committed to consistently delivering exceptional and memorable role-playing experiences. DM Charlie Gaming, discover your legend, love your game. Back to you, John. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, links in the chat. And Russell Crowe. Russia.
Look, man, when I'm not doing amazing things like being a crow or being a claustrophobe, a horde, Corbin, our loving ranger, monk, druid from our Out of the Abyss on Wednesdays here on QuestJunkiesUK. You can find me over on Twitter at Honeybuns and here on Twitch of my own at Battle Scar Bunny, where I do wonderful things like cry like a play Walking Dead, the Telltale series, and other episodic games. Look, I'm emotional, I'm loud, and I'm a pretty good sniper. Trying to figure out what that means on my channel, but until then, you can find me here.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And Hoodlin the Blowfish.
Hey. Shame we didn't get over the ocean.
Blowfish. That's what will be next time. Blowfish twins, small bird.
There we go. I am Steven, and I have jet lag, and I'm being so brave about it. In the real world, I'm an owl for real.
Wow.
You can find me online at Distant Shores, where I talk about indie games and Japan stuff, or you can find my current writing project, Microseasons in Japan, at 72 Microseasons, or next week on this very same channel, where I play with this lovely group, parts of this lovely group.
When they will be battling their first demon lord in the ooze, as they battle Jublex, the demon lord of slimes and oozes, face to face. Thank you so much, Dave. Okay, and going on round there, Schnoodle. Noodles of Schnoodles.
Hello, this is Schnoodle, of whole Scarlet Song, who struggled with accents today, probably because of the 4 hours of sleep. When I am not a crocodile, I am very often a pterodactyl here on Mondays/Sundays on Tomb of Annihilation, where I play Embra, the construct of celestial nature, druid Locke. I am an artist here on Twitch. I also am a professional GM for different systems as well as D&D. So right now I'm running a Girl by Moonlight X Lancer campaign, which is like mechs and drama, and everyone's got like betrayal running through their veins. It's so good. And when I'm on none of those, you can also catch me on Arc Point, which is a bi-weekly fantasy D&D noir series where I play Miss Cotta, a maid on the run from the mob, who may or may not also have been an assassin for the mob. You know, fun stuff. And we're currently on a ship, and I may have just taken the potential bomb and thrown it into a fridge. So if you'd like to see like a creative, really, honestly, really good drama over on Arc Point, please check out the College of Inspiration, where I also occasionally GM the Gourmand's Guide to Gastromancy that Charlie worked on as well. which
Thank
was
you.
really fun. But yeah, no,
Awesome
I do a
stuff.
lot. Hi.
Have you cast Noodle Eruption yet, Scarlet? Have you cast Noodle Eruption?
No, but they
Schnoodle
learned
It's
what
a
it
thing.
was like.
It's a thing.
Noodle eruption.
They
Okay.
learned what it was like to fuck with a Feywild Harengon Archfey. That was fun.
Excellent.
Mm.
Okay, Pizza, your good self.
Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. In the real world, I am locked in John's basement. Help me. I'm also literally
It's my familiar. It's my familiar.
touche. In the real world, I am like literally grim in chat. I'm not as fancy as these people, so I want to use this time real quick to say thank you so much for the continued donations. This is a fantastic cause. You all know someone who's been through extended care, and even just $1 is $1 more than they had before to help all of these wonderful kids get back on their feet. So please continue to donate, and just for you lovely people, since I am, I think, closing out this session or one of the sessions before the final, tune in to the final session I'm in with the Vandelver and Below premiere. I might do something interesting, but more on that later.
Gulp. Okay, thank you. And last but not least, by any measure you care to employ, a very special thank you to our wonderful guest. As always, second time joining us here, and absolute pleasure every time. Thank you so much, Alicia. Where can people find Bitsy in the material plane?
Oh gosh, my name is Alicia Marie, and you can find me on every social at Alicia Marie Body, because I was a big, huge fitness person professionally before, but I'm not really fitness person professionally anymore, even though I do still try to get to the gym on occasion. In real life, I hate spiders more than anything. I despise them. It's a running joke. All over social media, I really, really hate spiders, but I lost a bet. So I had to be a spider. So I was going to be a spider. We're going to be huge when it's going to happen. Thank you guys for letting me play with you. You guys cracked me up the entire time. And you have no idea how things like this are going to go. So everything was super for you guys. Were really good and really dedicated to your ridiculous characters. So thank you for letting me play with you. A little bit about what I do during the week is I'm a costume maker. So I'm glad Halloween is over. Costumes. I have one more costume delivered, a client. That's it, because she's doing something this week. But then I'm going to take a month off from looking at any costume, anything. During the week, as far as games go, on Monday mornings at 10, I'm over on CNE Games playing Fate Breaker, where I get to play a character I created for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Her name is Thalora, and she is a centaur. And she's a badass, and I spent a year building her, so she has like these abilities, and she's so cool. So you have the game, you have to check out Thalora. And she has the cutest familiar too. It's a tiny like My Little Pony that's on fire.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you
Like,
so much.
Obsessed.
I love the centaur has a horse. That's
As I
Hey,
love
My Little Pony of the
horses.
Apocalypse.
So
These
cute.
things like Charge and Hoof Stomp. I mean, come on.
Yes.
Too cute.
On Monday nights, I'm over on the Glass Cannon. We're playing Warriors of the Jump, which is a Traveler RPG campaign. And Tuesday nights at 6 p.m., I'm over on the Demiplane RPG Twitch channel playing Children of Erte, which is like episode 64, and that's D&D. So I'm doing a lot of game playing during the week. It's a lot of happiness. So
Yes.
I've had people jump in the game with you guys tonight. I've had a good time.
Well, it's always an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. And was I nervous stepping into a chair that's usually occupied by Deborah and Will? Yes. But you make it so much easier and so enjoyable. Thank you so much. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. Now, God, shush. Now, as we are wrapping things up there, we are going to say a massive thank you to all of you lovely people. I hope you're able to join us for more of the shenanigans that go on in this event. Look at all of this. Boop. We have the fantastic folks over at Superior Adventurers Guild bringing us Shadowrun, and then on Friday, Chesenta's Tyranny and One Shot Roulette, one of our next guest game coming in with the person we are going to be raiding into in just a moment, the fabulous star of tabletop news, that is Brianna DaCosta, Utahimi Cosplay, who is playing herself some Baldur's Gate 3, and we're going to say hello and get hyped for that.
Hell yeah.
Joining us this weekend, along with AJ Winters, Time Lord's wife, Robert Hartley GM as well in that one. It's going to be an amazing session. session, of course. Then we're doing a double feature of one-shot roulettes Saturday as well. We have one-shot roulette in the morning if you're in that part of the world. These are all North American times. And we will be joined that time by Dead Aussie Gamer, Janet from World Anvil, Patch from Quest Junkies, our good friend Dungeon Dave from our friends over at Superior Adventurers Guild, teammates on this event here, and the fantastic Forgeling from Deerstalker Pictures over on YouTube there. So join us again for more randomly generated chaos. The characters have been done, they're absolutely incredible. Just come and see what the location is, what the adventure is. It's rolled randomly at the start of the session. We jump straight in, and we're going to be jumping into that. Then we'll be joined again by Charlie and Scarlet once more for Tomb of Annihilation on the end of the weekend. And then we dive into that Gorman's Guide to Gastromancy with Charlie in the DM's chair that time. And me as a random character? Not at the moment. There's mere moments to see. We'll find out. Then, November 7th, we have Heroes of Greyhawk from Superior Adventurers Guild. Then it's back with the rest of these misfits over here for Out of the Abyss, battling their first Demon Lord face-to-face. We shall see how that goes. We have a Dragonbane one-shot coming from the fabulous folks over at Free League Publishing. Then, another one-shot roulette from us with the amazing Jeremy Cobb of Three Black Halflings, Josh the Pirate and Mother of Bunnies from Corsair's Cove, and the fabulous Saphir that you've seen here and over on Quest Junkies as well. Then that brings us into the final weekend. As Grim said, we have our premiere, the first session of our new Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk campaign. Will they get an immediate level up in their first session? We shall see. And then over to Superior Adventurers Guild 4, The Walking Dead and Blade Runner, featuring the wonderful Darling Creep Show in that session. And last but not least, we have a D&D one-shot, The Seeds of Destruction. Before Sunday evening, the November 12th, we will be having a finishing session, just DM Dave and myself, to draw the grand prize winners. And we shall see who is going to be the winners of those prizes there. $5 in any session will get you a ticket in that grand prize draw, as well as being entered into the giveaway for that session. Now, thank you. There's a lot happening.
Good job.
You did it.
Proud of you.
Baron, you missed it. It's in the Discord. Everyone, if you're not in the Discord, jump in if you want to get the times for those specific times for those schedules there. There's too many sessions. We couldn't put it on the graphic because there's too many sessions.
All the things.
So, as we are wrapping up there, that leaves us with one last thing to do. We have a Hero Forge standee, an original of your own character design, and a free 2-month subscription as a Super Siren on Sirenscape. So, let's see here. Scarlet, I know you have the ability to do this. Would you type, along with me, !roll space 64? I think we had 64 tickets today. Thank you, everyone.
64.
Boom. I got a 43. And
I got
you got
a
a 40. Okay. Is that going to be the same person? Oh, no. So it was clearly nearly the same person. Okay. Baron and our first time coming in to support Alicia today, Steve Brandt from New York City. I believe they're good friends with pizza, going by the accent. Now, see if Steve is still in the chat here. Steve, if you're there. I know Baron's there. Steve, are you still with us? Shout at us. I don't think so. No, I think they've had to go into lurk mode. But do not worry, we will be in touch with them. Baron has, I know, recently used our affiliate link, thank you very much, Baron, to grab themselves a Super Siren subscription. So, Baron, you can get yourself a standee of the figure of your choice. And our good friend Steve over there in New York City is going to be getting themselves a trial run of Sirenscape and all the amazing things that has. Okay, thank you all so much. Please do stick around as we go raiding into the fabulous Brianna DaCosta, who will be joining us for one-shot roulettes very, very soon. And we're very excited to welcome them in for the first time. So, huge thank you, everyone. Once more, Alicia, thank you so much. All of our lovely players, thank you so much, as always. Amazing that we're over a tenth of the way there already in just this first session. Absolutely incredible support from everybody. You're all amazing, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session. But till we do, stick around for that raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as we like to say around these parts, Oyasumi Nasai. Oyasumi!
Oyasumi!
Oyasumi!